Hi, I'm Lucy. I'm from @LucyBentleyYoga on Instagram and also Lucy Bentley on YouTube. Thanks for joining me today. So today we're going to do a lovely juicy spinal release, working through the fascia, the lumbar spine, and if you do have a block, great. Otherwise, a hardback book or a thick pillow if you need that extra support. Otherwise, this isn't suitable for pregnancy, and please do check with the doctor before you start any exercise. Let's get cracking. We're going to slowly come into our child's pose, sitting back onto the heels, and then growing nice and tall in the spine, reaching the arms forward, dropping the forehead onto the mat. Take a moment to sink the sit bones back onto the heels and extend the fingertips really wide, far, far away from the body so that the forearms are lifting off the mat. Drop the head. Take a breath in and then exhale. Slowly move yourself to the right hand side and then try to sink that left sit bone onto the left heel. Last breath out. Slowly inch your way over to the left hand side and then sink the right heel towards the right sit bone. Exhale out, bring yourself forward and come onto all fours. So you want to make sure that your wrists are directly under your shoulders here and that your fingertips are spread really wide. The knees are hip-width distance apart and toes are untucked. We're reaching that right leg out and extending it to the right-hand side. So I'll just move over so you can see. And the hips are nice and squared off here. We're coming onto the sole of the foot. The hands are extended in front of you. And we're reaching that left arm to open up to the left-hand side, interlace the hand between the arm and the knee. Drop onto the left shoulder. Drop onto the left ear and extend that right arm. If you want a little more, look up to the right elbow and then up to the right armpit. Last breath. Exhaling out, slowly place that right hand down and lifting back up. Beautiful. So bring that right knee in and we're going to extend that left leg out this time. Again, sole of the foot is onto the mat. Coming to bring the hands directly into the shoulders. Reach that right arm up. Breath in, exhale to interlace between the arm and the leg. Drop onto the right ear, right shoulder, extend that left hand. Look up to the elbow or underneath the armpit. Feel that lovely juicy stretch down the right hand side of the body, particularly in the shoulder. Breath in, exhale, left hand comes down and reaching back up. Back into your tabletop position. We're going to extend the hands forward slightly, taking a deep breath in. And exhale to tuck the toes, lift the sit bones, drop the head, downward dog. So pedal out your dog if you need. Take any movement that your body is craving here. And then find stillness. So in your down dog, your fingertips are spread wide. Your thumbs are magnetizing towards each other and your outer elbows are hugging in. Your ears are in line with your biceps, your navel's towards the spine, and you're lifting through the sit bones. You can have a bend in the knee or straighten the legs to reach the heels back. Roll the ankles in towards you and breathe into the spine, the part of the body we're lubricating today. And we're going to take a couple of spinal rolls. So taking a breath in, exhale, slowly inching over towards the wrist and extending out into your plank, crown of the head reaching forward, and heels are trying to reach back onto the mat, doming in the upper back and tuck the tailbone. Exhale to bend through the knees, sit onto the heels, and inhale back up. Exhale, down dog. Let's try that again. Inhale, coming onto the tippy toes, rolling through it, so you're really rippling through the body. Exhale out, knees bend, and back to downward dog. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, rolling through, feeling that lovely stretch and tucking that tailbone, sitting onto the heel. So core is really tight here. Use the breath. 1 more time. Exhale and downward dog. Perfect. Bring the big toes to touch. Bend the knees, look between the hands, and then step through lightly to the top of the mat. Drop the head, bend the knees, grab the elbows, sway side to side. Just start to feel that opening there. Release the head. Drop the hands, inhale to halfway lifts, hands on the shins of the mat or the ankles. Dropping the head, forward fold, slowly rolling the spine up vertebrae by vertebrae, then stopping halfway, grabbing opposite elbows again, chin is tucked, head is long, and then swaying side to side here. Let's start opening through the shoulders. Exhale, dropping the hands, continue rolling all the way up into your standard posture, into Tadasana. So feeling that strength into the legs. Reaching the arms nice and tall overhead. Inhale, exhale, hands to heart center. Lowering down, bending the knees, sweeping the fingertips towards the mat, reaching up nice and tall. Utkatasana, chair pose. So I'll show you the chair from the front. We're squeezing those knees together and we're really hugging those arms in towards you. The elbows and the shoulders are relaxed, the elbows in line with the ears, squeeze the knees, and then pull the hips back so you can see your toes. Tuck that tailbone under to protect the lower back. Exhale, hands to heart center. Take a breath in, exhale to twist to the left hand side, opening up through that side body, gentle side twist. Look down at the knees, are they in line? Keep that left knee from tracking out. Breathe. Exhale to drop down. Drop the head, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to forward fold. Stepping that right leg back into your lunge. Drop to that right knee. And then untuck the toes. You can leave them tucked if you like. Grabbing your block, placing on the inside of the left foot. Place the hand onto the block or your book. Lift that left arm. Open twist. Side twist. Breathe here. Exhale to frame that left foot. Moving your block, tucking those right toes under. And coming up into a high lunge. Breathe. Dropping that right foot to 45-degree angle, reaching nice and tall up into warrior two. Stretch and sink into that left leg and pull away from that left hip thigh. Flip the left palm, straighten that left leg, reverse your warrior for a side stretch. Beautiful and long through the side body here, reaching up nice and tall, open up the heart space. Exhale, sinking into that left leg, left forearm onto the left thigh for side angle. Feel that extended line from the top of the fingertips of the right hand down to the pinky. Open that heart space to the back of the room. One more breath. Exhale, open to warrior two. Sweep those hands underneath. So we're coming into warrior one here. Stretching nice and tall. And then slowly bringing that right foot to step in towards you. So we're coming into pyramid, placing the hands onto the hips. Pyramid option here, we can have the feet a little bit wider or your stance can be a little bit longer. Wherever you are, make sure that the toes are pointing towards the middle of the mat. Inhale to lift up tall and exhale to hinge from the hips. Dropping to a flat back extend, halfway lift, and then drop the head. If you want, hands onto the shins or bringing your prop towards you for that support, drop the head. That right outer hip should be hugging in towards the midline as you take your next breath. Exhale out, reach that right hand to press down into your block, the mat, or onto your shin. Left arm extends open, pyramid. Beautiful. If you're shaking, it's good. Breathe here. That left hand can be on the upper back. One more breath. Exhale to drop down. Move your block to the side, place the hands on the hips, flat back extend, and use the legs to lift you up to stand. Beautiful. Step that right foot back into your lunge, reaching up nice and tall. Frame that front foot. Step that left foot back to meet the right into your plank. Bend through the knees, push back onto the heels. Inhale, back into downward dog. Deep breath in and exhale out. Bring the big toes to touch, bend the knees, look between the hands and steps through really slowly. Use that core, drop the head. Place your block to the left hand side if you're using your prop. We'll come back to it later. Drop the head. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale, sweep the hands towards the sky, coming up into Utkatasana once more. So squeeze the tailbone, tuck underneath. Extend the legs so that you can see the toes. Squeeze here, hold the core tight. Exhale to bring the hands to heart center and then twist to the left hand side. Opening up to the left. Squeeze the knees together. Look at that right knee as it's tracking out. Bring it back in. Breathe here. Exhale to drop down lower. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Left leg steps back into your lunge this time. Good job. Sinking nice and low into that knee. Drop that left knee. Reach that right arm up. If you want, you can use your block underneath that left hand. Breathing here. Smile. Exhale to frame that front foot. Tucking the toes, lifting yourself up into a lunge and reaching up nice and tall into this lunge for you. Dropping that left foot down into a warrior two, opening up through the heart space, extending the arms. Lift away from that hip crease once more. Sink into that right knee. Breathe. Reverse the right palm, straighten that right leg and flip back. Feel that lovely stretch in the body, strong in the legs. And then exhale to open to warrior two, bend that right knee. Right forearm onto the right thigh, left arm overhead. Beautiful extension on the left side of the body. Keep wrapping that left rib cage to the back. Sink into that right knee. One more breath. Exhale, lifting back into your warrior two. Sweep that left arm underneath. Warrior one. So
I can't find the song. Listen to your warrior two. Sweep
right
that left arm on Spotify.
Apologies for our lovely friend over there. Sinking into that right knee. Good job. You know this is done live at home. Bending into that right leg. And then slowly bringing the hands onto the hips, stepping that left foot through into your pyramid. So again, ensuring that the toes are pointing towards the middle of the mat. You can widen your stance if you like, or you can narrow it depending on the stretch you want to feel. You want to square off those hips, hug the body into the center, and exhale, flat back, hinge from the hips. Draw those shoulder blades in, breathe. And then exhale to drop down. So you can place the hands on the shins, grab your prop if you need. Again, bring the floor to you. There's no harm in that. We want to align the body. Hug that right hip in. One more breath. And this time placing the left hand onto the block or the floor or your shin into the inside of the right foot, and then extend that right arm. Breathe here. Hair in the face. Reaching up. Nice and strong. Beautiful spinal twist here. Keeping it very healthy and strong. One more breath. Exhale back to center. Removing your prop to one side. Place the hands onto the hips. Use your legs to lift up. Flat back. Push, push, push the floor away. Exhale. Good job. Extend that left foot back. Reaching up into your lunge. Sink nice and low. Frame that footstep back to plank. This time we flow down. So exhale, inching forward. Elbows hung in towards the ribcage. Untuck the toes. Onto the belly. Instead of baby cobra today, we're going to be extending the arms out to either side of the mat so that the wrists are directly underneath the elbows. And we're going to do a couple of cobra spinal release. So dropping the head, feet are hip width distance apart, pressing all 10 toes into the mat. Take a breath in. Exhale, lifting up. Inhale, dropping down. Inhale and exhale as you ripple through. Beautiful. 2 more. Pressing those feet into the mat. 1 more. Dropping down. Beautiful. Releasing the hands next to the sides of the rib cage. Hug those elbows in. We've got options here. You can sink back onto the heels into down dog, or you can come with me, tuck the toes and push yourself up into a plank, and then exhale, downward dog. Taking a deep breath in and a cleansing breath out. Good job. So we're going to take that left hand and place it around that right ankle. Look underneath the armpit, up into the sky. Take a breath here. Feel that lovely stretch down the side body and the IT band. Exhale, placing that left hand back, and then bringing that right arm to extend out. Grabbing around that left ankle, looking up at the armpit. Exhaling out. Beautiful. Placing the hands down, lifting that right leg to the sky. Inhale, exhale, stepping through between the hands into our lunge. Dropping that left knee down, reaching the arms up overhead, sinking into that right hip. This time, we're going to place that left hand on the inside of the right foot. Reach that right arm overhead. If you want to twist to the side, open up that right leg. Or if you want more, you can grab that right foot and feel that opening in the arm. Always use your block if you need to bring the ground to you. If you want to come into full mermaid, please do. Breathe here. And exhale, dropping the hands to the inside of the right foot. Bring that right foot to the outside of the mat, and then just lower down onto the forearms, onto your block, and drop the head and tuck the toes. Lizard. Slowly bring yourself up onto the out breath. Sinking back onto that left leg and then coming into our twist. So left leg is bent underneath, right leg over top. Extend that left arm around the top of the right knee, reach up. Inhale and exhale to twist. Beautiful spinal twist here. Great way to release as well as twisting and rinsing out the digestive system. One more breath here. Exhale to twist back to center, counter twist to the bottom. And then opening up that right leg to the side. Placing that left foot on the inside of the right. And we're just going to fold over to the right and reach that left arm over. Lovely side stretch. Beautiful breath in, reach that left arm behind the sit bone. Wild thing, really reach that right arm over. Feel that strength into the front of the body, push the floor away. Exhale to drop back down. Bring the knees in. Come onto the hands if you want to flow with me, otherwise we're all going to meet in downward dog, wherever you want to be. Beautiful, taking a beautiful big breath and exhaling out. This time reaching the right leg up and exhale, stepping through between the hands. Coming into our lunge position here, drop that left knee down. Toes tucked or untucked. Reach the arms overhead. Oh, sorry, wrong foot. Left leg extended between. Dropping that knee. Reaching that arm overhead. Feel like we're not doing very well today, are we? And then framing that foot. Lifting that left arm up to twist, open to the back. And then that left leg extends. Grabbing that foot if you want. And again, if you need to bring the block to you. And then splaying that left knee out to the side to open up. Again, option here to take full mermaid. Feel that lovely release. And try to soften the face and relax. Exhale, back to center. Beautiful job. Sinking back into that leg. Sinking back into that leg. Dropping that foot out to the left hand side so that the foot is framed. Sorry, not framed. The foot is on the left hand side of the mat and the fingers are in between. Dropping that right knee, coming onto the forearms, dropping the forehead. Again, bringing the floor to you if you need. This side is a little bit tighter for me. And coming into your lizard. Dropping the head. The dogs come to say hello, of course. Lifting up slowly on your exhalation, moving your block to the other side, and then sinking back this time onto that right knee. So placing that right leg over the left, and then wrapping the arm around the left hand side, reaching up, exhale to twist. That's what yoga is all about. You know, there's a lot of distractions, and it's about learning to tune out of those and to tune inwards, to tune into ourselves. It's about dealing and learning how to manage life's little annoyances, life's little things it puts in our way. Breath in, exhale to twist the other side, dropping down to counter twist. And then just extending that left leg out, and then that right foot to the inside of the left. Reaching up and exhale to hinge the left. Open up the right side of the body this time. Yoga teaches us how to handle situations and moments, to not react, to practice non-attachment. Exhale, reach that right arm behind you and lift that left arm up into
I
a
think
wild.
you want to hear this song right behind you, baby.
And then lower down slowly.
I think you are asking for
Alexa,
this song right
off.
behind.
I'm so sorry for this wonderful relaxing time with Alexa. So coming down into a seat. And extending the legs out in front of us. We're just going to release to the upper back here. Bring the big toes stretching out nice and long in front of you. Reach out the crown of the head and exhale to fold over the thighs. Normally it's the baby crying, but today it was Alexa crying. Drop the head down. Breathe, release. Slowly bring yourself back up into a comfortable seat. Legs can be crossed. We're just going to take a moment here to close down our practice. Placing the hands on tops of the knees and just noticing a shift or a change. Perhaps releasing and opening up through the back body has perhaps opened you a little bit more. It's made you realize there's some tension, or just simply relaxed you. And when there are these outside noises and perhaps things that we can't often control, learning how to practice this non-attachment and how to not let things really affect us as yogis. Bringing the hands to heart center.